You know what I find sad is I was just on Facebook and I was watching a video, and it was basically about a guy who, I think there was a Netflix special on him. Basically, it was him. um I think he's like not well. There's something wrong with him, and he lives in like a bad part of my town. And they made like a Netflix show on him, which I didn't even know about, by the way. And basically, what happened was he had an argument with his girlfriend, who he got engaged to, and who obviously loves deeply. And the thing that I see is most people just react to the post or laugh at it or just discard it straight away. I don't see anyone looking more deeply into it and trying to solve the problem on a spiritual, deeper level, right? Which is what humans should do, because that's what we were created for. We were created to expand our minds, to expand our knowledge, and to keep building and thriving as human beings, right? So basically, this guy, from what I gathered anyway, I didn't read the whole story because I don't really want to get into it. I don't want to give my energy away to it. But basically, um, he's been with this girl for a long time and he's been married to her or engaged. And they had like an argument, or she didn't want to see him anymore because, he was being abusive or just not good to her in some way. So she blocked him, didn't want to talk to him anymore. And then he drove to her house and then like hurt himself in front of her, like I think with like a glass bottle or something, like cut his head open and stuff. It's like, now most people would just look at that and say he's crazy, he's not right in the head, there's something wrong with him. But on a deeper level, if you look at him, and if you look at this man, he's no different to me. He's no different to my dad. He's no different to any man who has purpose. The only one difference is that he doesn't have purpose in life. And he doesn't give his body, his soul to God, to the organism, to Jesus Christ, all around us, right? Because here's the thing. Here's what I see. If we take away all the surface level nonsense and we look deeper, soul to soul, energy to energy, this man put his entire presence, his entire energy, his entire soul into his girlfriend, right? So when she's upset, he's upset. When she's happy, he's happy. Now that works, and that's fine. This is why a lot of men have a girlfriend. They have constant relationships, because when you're with a woman, you feel God, right? You feel him. Here's the problem. You don't know God. To know God, you have to know yourself. You have to look inside yourself. And this is the hard part. This is what most people run from. Everyone runs from this. You have to sit in silence. You have to breathe deeply, right? As a man, breathe deeply into your balls, right? You breathe deeply. You let the thoughts disappear about the past, about the future. You listen to now. What can I do right now in this moment that I know I can change, that I should change, that I can change, that I would change? That can be as simple as cleaning your room, right? Because a clean room is a clean environment, it's a clean presence, it's a clean mind. But here's the thing. You have to take the effort to look inside yourself. Most people distract themselves. What do? Like that guy, he distracted himself with his girlfriend. He distracted himself probably with phone stuff, right? Social media, gaming, smoking weed, taking drugs, distractions. And they're all just running away from yourself. Everyone is afraid of themselves. Why? Why are you so afraid to look inside yourself? Why are you so afraid to know that you are God, to know that you can do anything that you ever want to. And is it the I'm just thinking now, is it the is it the abundant, I don't know how to say that word, abundantness of knowing that you can achieve anything and be anyone and do anything? Is it too much for people to handle? Do they like not know how to like deal with it? And I was the same, don't get me wrong. I still do sometimes feel like that. But nowadays I'm the most happiest, the most confident I've ever been. Why? Because I sit with myself alone in my room. I do things for myself that I know is right, like cleaning my room, going to Muay Thai, going to the gym, exercising regularly, reading about philosophy, psychology, expanding my mind, expanding myself, growing myself, right? Because that's the greatest gift you can give to yourself, is if you make yourself grow as a person, as a spirit, as an energy. And by the way, this will factor into other things in life as well, like presence and the way people treat you. Some will be jealous, some won't understand, and some will want to be around you all the time because you're calm, you're present, you're you're completely yourself, and that's what people love. That's what people lack, right? It's just like that presentness. Because here's the thing, presence, energy, and self confidence is the greatest gift in life. And only you can give yourself that. And only you can give yourself that through perseverance, hard work, and just and just cutting out the drainage, which is so, I know it's hard. I know it's hard because I was the same. I made the most difficult decision in my life of cutting out my parents. My own parents. Imagine that. Imagine how they felt. Imagine how I felt when I had to go back to my mum on Mother's Day and say that I know you're upset. I know you're scared. But I need to do this for myself. I didn't explain, I just told her, I need to be alone. I cannot have anyone around me. I cannot have people see me in the eyes of which they seen me in the past before, if that makes sense. I cannot have my parents talk to me, not judge me, but talk to me and give advice in a sense of, because I will still be that child in their mind, always. I will still be that little boy in my mother's eyes, whatever I do. So no matter what I say, I want to start Muay Thai, she'll say, oh, don't do it. You'll get hurt. And it's like that motherly love, that cocoon, like, like before a butterfly becomes a butterfly, it's a cocoon. And here's the thing, like, you will always just stay in that shell. You won't grow. You won't come out of it. The only way you can come out of the shell, of the cocoon, is if you just become completely alone, completely solo. And I know that's the hardest thing in the world, because as soon as you're in a quiet room alone, the thoughts start coming. What did I say in the past? Oh my God, when I embarrassed myself that one time. Oh my God, I have so much to do still. I don't have any money. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have a house. Look at all these people around me. There's people around me that have girlfriends, wives, children, nicer cars, nicer vehicles. But here's the thing. Once you what no, but you don't even have to kill those thoughts. You just have to acknowledge them. Once you acknowledge the thoughts in your mind, and you don't judge them, you don't judge the thoughts, you just see them as passing. When Bruce Lee said, be like water, my friend. You see the thoughts coming as water. You acknowledge them, they're there. Financial problems, girlfriend problems, life problems, they're there. Instead of attacking them, oh, I don't want to have these thoughts. Oh, I don't want to have these thoughts. I'm going to smoke. I'm going to have sex. I'm going to take drugs. I don't want to have these thoughts. You listen to them. You see them. Okay. I acknowledge my thoughts about financial issues. I acknowledge my thoughts about not being where I want to be in life. I acknowledge them, and they will fade. They will go away. They will just pass. If you don't attach emotion to them, they will fade. Yes, they will come back. But if you keep doing that, they will fade over time. And once you fade them more and more, fading, I have them all the time as well, but once you keep fading them, you'll notice they're in the back of your mind, not at the front anymore, not in the prefrontal cortex, they're in the back of your mind. And when they're in the back of your mind, then you can do other things. Because they're lingering in the back, but then you can tell yourself, oh, the thoughts are lingering, so I should probably do something to ground myself, right? Because the mind and the body has to be connected. If the mind and the body is connected, then the soul comes out as well. That's how it works. And you have to have all three, right? The mind, the body, and the soul. If you have all three, you have purpose. You have the inner fire as a man. You'll have a natural glow about you, and people will notice this because you won't require external validation. You'll have an internal validation that you give to yourself, and the fire keeps burning. You burn for yourself. You don't require anything. You don't chase. Now, if the opportunity presents itself, then you can choose to pursue it. You don't chase, you pursue it. If they don't want to give themselves, you leave. And this is the thing in life. This is the thing that I see personally that most men lack. It's the looking inside yourself. That's the secret to life. Looking inside yourself without judgment and mastering your thoughts.